I gave an AI agent one job: research several courses and organize the useful details in a spreadsheet. A few minutes later, the spreadsheet was complete. It had done the comparison work, but it had not decided which course was best. That is the useful mental model for AI agents. They can take over parts of a workflow, but a human still has to define what success means. I did not give the agent a list of websites. I did not choose the first page, specify every field to copy, or design the spreadsheet columns. I described the result I wanted. So the agent had to turn one broad goal into smaller jobs. Compare the courses becomes search, check, organize, build. This is called task decomposition. Now, follow one row through the process. The agent searched for a course, opened a useful page, inspected the details, and brought the relevant information back to the spreadsheet. Then it repeated the process for the next course. The empty spreadsheet began to take shape, but the pages were not consistent. A price might appear without clearly saying whether it covered 1 month or the full course. Providers used different words for similar features, and some details were missing. That meant the agent could not simply repeat the same clicks every time. It had to follow a small cycle. Look at the current state. Choose the next action. Act. Check the result. Then repeat. One cycle might find a price, another might fill a cell. Connected together, those small actions produce the spreadsheet. This is where an agent differs from traditional automation. Traditional automation usually follows a fixed path. That works well when the page, the fields, and the order stay predictable. An agent has more flexibility. It can inspect what happened and adjust its next action. But flexibility is not the same as reliability. The finished spreadsheet looked organized, but the reasoning behind each cell was not automatically visible. A price could be out of date. A description could be ambiguous. Similar features could be grouped into categories that only looked equivalent. A clean spreadsheet can still contain uncertain information. So the agent reduced the work of searching and organizing. It did not remove the need for judgment. The agent did not stop to ask what I meant by best. That never happened. And without that definition, there is no single correct winner. Someone with a limited budget may care most about price. Someone changing careers may care more about recognition. Someone studying while working full-time may need flexibility. The agent can organize those factors. It can also apply the criteria we give it. But the priorities have to come from somewhere. That is the human part. Before assigning a task like this, I would define 4 boundaries. What is the objective? What must the deliverable contain? Which actions may the agent take? And what must a human review? Here, the objective was to compare the courses. The deliverable was the spreadsheet. The agent was allowed to search for and organize public information. The review came afterwards, especially for details that could change the decision. That is supervised delegation. It is not about manually controlling every click, and it is not about trusting the output just because it looks finished. Now I see the spreadsheet differently. It is not just a table of courses. It marks the boundary between the work an agent can perform and the judgment a human still owns. The AI searched, checked, organized, and built. I reviewed the important details and decided what mattered. The agent completed the workflow. I still own the decision. Thank you for watching. For more clear explanations of AI, technology, and future skills, subscribe to Future Skills Explained.